we're still talking about adolescence.
Yes, we are.
Everybody, it's still kind of the show on everybody's lips. Adolescence has sparked a huge conversation worldwide, and yesterday Netflix met with the Prime Minister to announce the drama will be shown in UK secondary schools for free. Good idea?
Yes and no. This is the biggest show, as we were discussing, both here and in the US. And it's the biggest show that Netflix ever made. It's fantastic. If no one has watched it, it must have come with a viewer warning. Look, I know why the Prime Minister says that. My only concern is we ask a hell of a lot of our teachers. So you put a group of 14-year-olds, particularly 14-year-old boys, in a class and they all watch it. Some of these kiddies might not have parents who are that interested. Some of them might be a lone parent. A lot of parents phoned my show and said, well, actually, I want to be in the room, please, when this show... It is not a teacher's job. I think we give teachers enough responsibility than they now have to manage the viewing of this and then take out all the discussion points. So I know why Netflix are doing it, and I get it, and I know why Sakir supports it. I just hope it can be properly managed by the teachers, because we are asking a lot.
It's quite a difficult subject as well to talk about en masse in a big group of kids too. I think it'd be much more advantageous to watch it and have smaller conversation.
Except I think teachers are really good at talking about this sort of stuff now. So they have at secondary schools, is it PSHE or PH? I can never get the letters in the right order, which is essentially like general studies where they'll talk about sort of these kind of issues. And I think most secondary schools in the country now will have had conversations with particularly boys, but boys and girls, about things like Andrew Tate and about online misogyny, but online hate and all sorts of things. And this is kind of another area. And also, I think one of the things quite interesting is in one of the episodes, you see this school which is in a state of absolute chaos, and there's sort of how awful it must be to be in a school like that. And I wonder if it's an opportunity for pupils to talk about how they're feeling about school and do they feel secure and safe.
Are they going to open up, Alison?
I think
if I'm sitting there as a am I going to open up in front of my mates and get teased all day? I don't know. I'm genuinely asking.
I think they do, because I think schools are perhaps quite different than when we were there. There's a lot more openness, and I think teachers are trained in how to get young people to open up.
It is.
And it is a drama. It is a drama,
It's a lot to ask, but does that mean we shouldn't be asking you? I mean, the reality of the drama for all of us is it is opened and shone a light. I think that's exactly what the Prime Minister says. It shone a light on something that we really need to be talking about. And if there is a space where those pupils can start the conversation in some way, then maybe that's going to help.
Do you think it's fair, though, that some parents phoned me and said, I want to be in the room when my son watches this? I think that's fair.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. So then you say to them, brilliant, sit down with your son and watch it at home.
But if you think about that scene in the school and then put showing that into that scene, would it really work? Would it really
could kick off. I think it could incite... I don't know. I don't work in these schools. I don't know. I think it could incite violence.
No, I don't, because I think if you're talking about something in a controlled environment, which teachers are very good at...
But that wasn't controlled, though.
There we go.
But I think you can do that, where you can... It's better to talk about those things than for them to be going on and they're not talked about.
I agree. And is there a moment as well whereby they show that scene in the episode 2 where they're in the school, the chaos that's going on, and some of the teachers that are very much in control, and some of the teachers aren't, and then they can talk about what do you make of that behaviour in the school? Is that appropriate? The lack of respect for some of those pupils have. So actually, maybe you're introducing the idea that behaviour within your school or some of your classes needs to be improved. And until you actually see it, sometimes the kids might not realise that's how they're coming across.
That's going to be all right in Mr. Shepherd's class, because he's a tough disciplinarian. Poor old Mr. Ferrari, who's a bit of a soft touch. He's just going to sit there as the whole class kicks off, thinking, thanks, Alison. Thanks a lot.
Then Mr. Shepherd will come into Mr. Ferrari's...
and take control.
Look after... I don't know. I mean, I think that there's definitely... The importance of this subject, it's been fascinating for us, hasn't it? Since it launched, meeting Jack, meeting the whole team, meeting the actors, having everybody come in, and the impact that it's having, the fact that the Prime Minister is now saying we're going to put it on this streaming service so the secondary schools that feel like they can show it to the pupils
credit to Netflix.
with parental consent and all that sort of stuff.
But it's interesting, there's no quick fix. Like, even us talking about it here on this table, there isn't a quick solution to the problem.
But one of the things that comes out in the drama is the fact that this boy was sort of obviously looking at stuff online and his parents weren't aware of it, the school wasn't aware of it. So surely the more that any of this stuff can be talked about publicly within families or within schools, that's got to be helpful.
Yes, as long as the teachers are able to moderate it.
Yeah.
Yet another job. They're social... I mean, they are meant to be teachers, they're social workers.
Yes.
They are everything.
They
really are our teachers. They're a hell of an ask, that's all I'm saying.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.